that they're doing, I mean, it's so huge. Like, it's kind of the first international LAN event, and it's amazing to see, and hopefully we can win the final as well.
Now, you've got roughly 1 hour before you face Ninjas and Pajamas in the finals. How do you feel that's going to go?
It's a revenge game, a little bit of grudge game maybe, I don't know, but not in a bad way. Like, I'm still friends with them from before, but I don't know, like, we're just gonna just chill, relax, and just talk about the next game. Hopefully we can do good. I really want to win a DreamHack trophy, so we'll see.
Well, I think with the path you guys are on, you might be able to do it. Definitely have yourself a little bit of decompression. Going to those finals refreshed, and I'm going to kick it over to the desk now where these guys are going to break it down for you guys at home.
Thanks so much, Stunner. There were so many moments there where we felt like Heroic were going to run away with it, but Red Reserve just give up. Guys, Swedes really know how to play Counter-Strike, don't they?
They're pretty good at it.
They're okay at it. How did you feel about that game? It was very tense. Very tense.
Extremely tense game, and we talked about how the first game of the, or first series of the day was, you know, one that probably showcased this is probably the most tense one. And that's every map going full distance. Just overall, kind of a spectacle really of Counter-Strike. It was really fun to watch. Again, flooded with a ton of individual performances, big rounds, from, you know, not necessarily the most known players, but really fun to see.
Players who were stand-up players for you.
Definitely like so did the relaxer over. Gave you a run for the money.
Talking of Hampus, here he is on screen with some of his highlights from this best of 3.
And it was like it was throughout all 3 maps, you know. He never like really cooled down. He was just consistently being a beast throughout the game and consistently making great plays. Especially this UFC round that make them for overpass as well. It's just in general like all from stepped up on the right and won a lot of support rounds. It's just really cool when you especially such an inexperienced player able to do that and stepping up and like facing it up throughout the game.
Yeah, and you can tell they do it. It's not just like a fluke thing either, the way they do it. You can tell when they play out that 2v2 in the very last round of OT, how patient and relaxed it is in the app. It literally sat still for about a minute. And obviously, if you're Madi, you could have hit a worse timing of that after holding that angle for about a minute or so. But the fact that they take their time scenario in the game and make correct decisions is just, and also, you know, have a bit of luck on their side, but still, you know, go through that thought process instead of just running blindly into unknown territories is very, very promising and something obviously that they're going to take with them into the finals, because this just builds more and more confidence that they're doing the right thing and solidifying that impression.
Yeah, see on the screen there the stats. They're all for Hampus. For Heroic then, sadly we have to say what anyone expected. I don't think any of us any standout players for them? Particularly, I want to ask you about Estag coming into a place well. There was one of the seen him playing within his 5. How did
He did okay. Like the whole team in a sense did fine, but no one like he really stood out through the series. That was like maybe the main point. Like usually it's you, Nico, and then Estag was supposed to stand out, but like for my money, Snappy was the best player on Heroic's side. So like he was really putting up a lot of great tracks. In-game leading the guys, and in general, like they needed that extra spice, they needed that extra fire from either Yugi or Nico to actually step it up and win some of those like rounds they shouldn't be winning, and they didn't, like, especially on Mirage. Like I think it went down to 6 or 7 touches where none of them went Heroic's way. You know.
And so what can they do from here out now? What their conversations will be like? Because they're going to be gutted. Coming into this, the interviews were so different. It's like, oh, we're
happy to be out of groups.
Red were like, yeah, we're happy to be out the groups, man. We're just happy to be in the final. But Heroic are like, we want to win the tournament. So they're going to be gutted now. What are their conversations going to have to be after this point?
Obviously, it's all when they get back up again, there's plenty of rounds that they can push back at and shore up on it. If you consider the fact that, you know, if you want to put it into context, how very easily that game could have been theirs for the first half on Mirage, for instance, the 2 rounds that we actually see Red Reserve pick up are a pistol round and a force fire round. So they only get 1 weapon round out of 16 rounds of reset in Mirage, which obviously means you know, on default you're doing great if you're Heroic. But again, it's those couple of rounds here and there over the course of the past in Mirage, pistols, for instance, which are rounds that you normally shouldn't lose. That obviously you need to shore up on. And obviously going over to the T side, actually realizing or getting to the conclusion quicker that, you know, your A takes aren't working. You do the same kind of play where you want to pass towards catwalk and still have Yugi rotate around from B apps, but you know he's always too late really to actually have any impact before the rest of the system has been eradicated. That kind of thing, like, yeah, again, like tighten up the timings of your executes and the set strats that you have. That's pretty much what you can do, because again, it's not necessarily that they made massive mistakes that made them lose. It was also Red Reserve bringing it to them and playing at a very, very high level.
Yeah, talking of which, Red Reserve now go through to the final. We have an all-Swedish final, which, you know, we could have predicted, I suppose. Clearly there spoke slightly a little bit about this. But I also mentioned in particular, and this is kind of like a grudge match, even though they're all friends behind the scenes. In terms of in-game and competitive CS-wise, this is a grudge match. So this is really important for him. Like, let's just line this up briefly before we jump to a break.
Obviously, it's Mike Lil's turn to showcase that he's doing fine on his own in that sense, even after the departure from NIP. And the fact that there's, you know, new talent around in Sweden, that I think they're just going to have to put on the best show they can. Again, they could come into this with no pressure. It seemed to work really well for them in the semifinals versus Heroic. So I'm excited to see what it can do. Domestic matchups are always fun.
Yeah, Jacob, do you think they can do it?
I think there's a chance, but it's a very small chance, honestly. As they can come in with no pressure at all. We even talked about it before the semifinal, like no pressure at all. They already feel like winners after yesterday, and they sure as hell do now. So, like, coming in as a better player against a domestic matchup, might really know these guys in and out. You know, it's
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, guys. We lose Heroic. We already lost Envious. Two teams that could well probably have made it. But the grand final is full of Swedes. NIP versus Red Reserve coming up at 8 PM. So definitely don't miss that. First, let me talk a little bit about the Strafe Esports app. Get this on iOS or Android, and it's the place where you can keep up with everything esports, everything Counter-Strike. If you've got favorite teams, favorite players that you want to catch up on, see when they're playing next. If you're out and about and you want to see how their match is doing, you can check it all on your app store and check that out. Join us back here at 8 PM. The grand final is one not to miss. It's going to be amazing. Yesterday.
has been slain.
So, well, that's all it was. Time to take the
We all sign on.
Yesterday morning, Tony and Lauren and Pansy Scott, how you doing?
I've had a rough start to the day game. Explain it, aren't you?
Well, couldn't this be like a show and tell?
I would have said this had a bad day.
Hidden, alright?
It's hidden, okay.
Humble. No, I imagine
Enemy
that
has
you
been
want to
slain.
this morning. What happens when people tell CSGO comes to strategy on
You guys do it too honest.
That was it, yeah.
An
Yeah,
ally
rough
has
start
been
to the day.
slain.
I feel like I can
enemy has been
right here,
slain.
slow starter. Hopefully it picks up towards the end of it.
Yeah. How was yesterday for you guys? How did you enjoy the games that you were casting in the morning?
I mean, the fact of the matter is we get that KPI.
Has destroyed a turret.
That in and of itself was excellent. And just good games all in all. I mean, a bit of a blowout with Heroic versus Misfits, but again, the type of CS they were playing and kind of the groove they got themselves into, it's no surprise that Misfits dropped down. But Envious in an elimination match already is kind of exhilarating, and hopefully we get to a good start there.
Yeah, no, it's good to see the end of the storyline from possibly start to finish. But I hope they do a little better. You know, as I said, I think the guys at the desk got it right. I think it could be a very slow best of 3 sets all the way to that third half, just considering that even though Cobble is I don't see them getting off to that like
Lighting the
6
way.
start just because it's Envy.
How about the crowd as well? How has that been feeling? Because you guys are right in the midst of it.
Yeah, but it's quite quiet.
Well, it is right now.
You know, it's like having walls, like
Oh, right,
my normal
I
home.
want to see everything.
But no, it is quite quiet in here, but you do get to hear the crowd. We definitely heard it during the KPI
Yeah.
game, which is
awesome.
insane.
Not
Like, it was
just-
so early as well.
Yeah, not just hearing it, but feeling it physically.
Yeah, that's awesome.
got really
the
rowdy.
vibrations. On that bombshell, you're gonna hand it over to you so that you can sit down and watch this.
I need to cool down after that. But yeah, we can start focusing up on the CS. Figure out things before we do that. Guys, and how do you feel about this game? Because I think, as said, and I already highlighted, this is probably going to go to all 3, unless
An enemy
turn up.
has been slain.
I'd say the Chandeliers as well.
Has destroyed a turret.
Pushing my limits. So they have wins because I think that he has a great understanding of, again, how to use players. You think of, you know, the ability to exploit drop down and just get aggressive elsewhere on the map. It's definitely...
There's a lot of depending on individuals, there's a lot of kind of looser game style. It's not as regimented as it once was known to be. You know, the days of existence now, you know, a little further away from us. We'll see if that ever does return, but they are quite hard to handle. So teams that actually do have a very kind of strategic approach, a very well-read sort of mentality, like most teams with strong gears will have, might find it a little tricky to play against these guys to a degree, but I know that the Misfits will do their homework on this. They're not a team who are going to rest on their laurels, but with Envy, they will come in just with their own game plan, their own way of playing, much different. We all know how Envy like to play this. Pretty much. We all know how they like to play their T sides. It's not exactly anything refreshing or new, but it's one thing to know how they play, it's another to be able to deal or do anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when an example of we are in the pistol round, the opening match between Envious and Misfits. Elimination on the line.
The light will guide you. Even
Envy starts. We can do it. Excellent to find one. I don't think he'll be able to get away. He does. 5 HP makes it out. Lovely little almost assassination to start this off with. And Envy, for my eyes, when they get fired up, when they get angry about losses, when they individually want to make a lot of difference, you actually get to see them being really, really quite deadly. So that's going to kick in here. Again, do remember, Envy did beat T2 at the very start of this roster when during Pro League when it first happened, and that kind of blew everyone's mind. But this Scream putting on a show for us. We're going to connect one to Shazam, and it's basically just buying time here. It's making it very, very awkward for Misfits. They have no map control. The push-up's already happening by A, but that's a good breakthrough. This is working with No, Sean, what's happening? He's all the way back around. He's going to have to walk this out, and it depends on the 2 players heading up towards A to get some real estate.
Already Envious have players to the back. But gets removed. Amanek getting another headshot. Does bring us back to 3v3. XMS as well. It's going to be a different shot towards PC. So that's again the man advantage doubled down because Scream arrived. So that's all you need. Scream steps out from connector. 2 quick taps and Envious.
Didn't land that. Yeah, the first shot. It's such a weird gun sometimes. It's like, feels like either a rail gun or you hit nothing. Scream showing us that, yeah, he's showing he's basically play smoke on that.
Shut down.
Maybe a quick hit going to come out here. Look at the smokes they've got coming down. A couple of Tech 9s. Maybe a drop. And maybe the rest through middle. RPK waits, so the tank chills out, waits on the other side, the flash comes in, and they actually make a good hit out of this. Sick gonna find RPK, that's good, but the trade comes back in for Envy, and the vast majority of the hit coming through from Misfits has been quelled, but there's still that kind of pronged attack towards A.
Yeah, Amanek just needs to clear out the stable. Sixter does a good job of just jumping back and forth. Him. Tries to get another kill, but Scream with a headshot yet again as he rotates into the bomb site. So a nice little anti-force buy here from Envious. I mean, again, successful little drop-down play. They're able to get a couple of kills, but no bomb plant. Everything.
Envy is the sort of team where you want to get those first 3 rounds of pistol, win the gun round, and then you start feeling out the game. They're one of the teams that actually needs that more than anything. It's always good to have, of course, but some people don't necessarily depend on it emotionally. But then we get off to a good RPK says
clean up almost all the frag. Pistol. No primary here. So maybe Amanek gets that up close headshot. The bar site could be taking, but Sixer all the way. Reveals himself, takes the kill, and there we have it. The clean start from Envious.
losing is just an opportunity.
Not been exactly a fruitful couple of days here. But on the other side, you got Sixer here with the AWP. turned it. Okay, so the flash takes a lot of damage from that. Great, but they're playing a 4-1, so he needs to fall back and be pretty aware of this. But I like this kind of deep CT control being exerted towards B-Long. I like the deep smokes, I like the mollies here. Happy's a little stuck there just because he can't go through the molly, but you can see Envy really wanting early pressure.
Trying to slide on both sides of the map. Very aggressively advantage, but instead pushing out utility. Of course, Misfits finding long A. It was nice to see Sixer get aggressive alone towards the A-bomb, kind of keeping Misfits on. In reality, he didn't.
You have slain an enemy.
Now he does, though. Taking map control, methodically clearing corners, taking it back to the 50-second mark.
It will free up Sixer soon enough, as soon as the hit comes in, but they're not reading this quite right. You can see XMS is actually playing back over towards A, so maybe hearing Amadeus step has actually kind of cost them a couple of which they're doing. They're starting to get towards Plat. Happy on himself with 3 gets into a damage shell and the follow-up kill. Great stopping power from Happy buying time. Shazam, it's all on you and it's not enough. 2 kills is all he gets. There'll be Envy to get that big gun round on board. Something they are desperately needing. This is a good start for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Single-handedly put up a couple kills and make that one look easy. Envious to the 4-0 start now. Crucial gun round victory. Again, we talked about this early momentum for them. Certainly what they'd love, but it is still the pistol buy from Misfits, and they're going to pick up the pace here. They're going to just charge into the B site, quickly taking the head of XMS, but Happy himself, yet again, going to trade it back with 1. Nice cover, though, from this utility. Excellently used. They get themselves the bomb plant and the after plant as well. But the fire forces them out from position. Thick boost 1 over. Sean Garrett almost doubling down here, but Happy still standing, trying to clear out the coop as the 3 players left are isolated on Plat.
Keep believing.
We've got to play back into this pretty quickly. It's so hard to get those now on standing on Plat, but Six still up close with the Tech 9. He can just be a nuisance. Play around the side of Speedway, tags up Happy even more. The bomb continues to tick as the fire comes in. It's down. RBK gets it, but do they have time? They do have a kit, and they do indeed have this Envy. And the final moments of that round do actually play back in. But credit again, I've got to say, the early start of that round for Misfits, the flashes were absolutely perfect. I think it was XMS who just got instantly fully blind. There's nothing you could have done. But right here, again, eyes towards RPK in this. That shot was not. He started to come alive. That's a very tall task to get past. It does give them a decent buy in this round finally.
Here we go, another big buy. Up on the angle, but again, aggression.
Is brilliant from him as well. You're going to see a weird angle coming out. Do not expect that. Devo Duvek is brilliant at just creating those just absolutely incredible situations. I haven't seen someone spam from that corner for a while, but yeah, Already predicting the rotate too. That was a good round from Misfits.
Yeah, they had a read as to what was going on there, and again,